What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Hashtag no music, no intro. And boy, do we have some shit to talk about. We had it all set up. Tonight was going to be a big Tampa Bay Halloween preview episode. 6-1, 4-2. They're 6-1, right? Or they're 5-1. Whatever. And yet, out of nowhere, of course, the Saints being the Saints, making moves, which I appreciate. We've talked about it. Appreciate trading for Mark Ingram, getting him from the Texans, bringing him back home, boom and zoom, Ingram and AK reunited. I was working. I didn't even people were hitting me up, and I was like, what the fuck are people talking about? I was in my mentions confused after I got out of a visit. I was just lost because Adam Schefter didn't tweet it, right? So I have alerts for Adam Schefter. I have both. Well, I have Tom Pelissero blocked because he carries the most water for the NFL Network. And I don't follow Ian Rappaport on Twitter because he just annoys the shit out of me. So I had no clue, bro. But they make the move, bringing Mark Ingram back. Let's talk about it. What were your first initial thoughts?
Because Saints Twitter, we've been hollering about that, since he signed with the Texans. Man, bring Mark back, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on back home, bro.
From jump, bro. From jump.
It's not he's going to be he's going to bring this dynamic playmaker to. No, it's not even about the player or the talent he brings, really. It's just it's Mark, bro. That's homie. You know what I'm saying? That's home. Bring homie back, man. And that's really what it's all about. Plus, and there's a need, at the running back spot outside of a Kamara. We tried the Tony Jones experiment. He got hurt. We're doing the Zigbo now, and who else? Dwayne Washington. He's been hurt. He's been hurt
with the neck injury.
Yeah. So just really ain't had much there. You know what I'm saying? So it's why not bring Mark back? Knows the offense in and out. He's fits that zone running, the outside zone we like to do. He's still running hard. From the little bit I saw him with the Texans, he's not,
not washed. Fine. Yeah, he's not washed.
He's not washed. He's fine. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Just why not? I think they probably flipped late round picks or something like that.
Yeah, and at that draft compensation and the amount of money that Mark is making, it makes a lot of sense. So I think I'll say two things. I think this move signifies two things. One, I tweeted this before I even saw the Mark Ingram trade. I saw that Taysom didn't practice today. He is now 3 weeks removed. So they had a bye. They had the Seattle week. So he is 3 weeks, almost going on 3 weeks removed from getting that concussion. Still hasn't practiced. Still in concussion protocol. I know we as fans, I think as a fan, you got to kind of start worrying because we saw something similar with Kobe Fleener. We saw something similar with Josh Hill. Like, concussion is nothing to fuck with, man. And that was a brutal hit. Of course, it got a fine, but it didn't get any, or it got like a penalty, but it didn't get like a fine associated with it. And I think we've seen, especially with the Seahawks game, as much as we bitch and complain about short yardage situations, or what have you, Taysom was a factor in short yardage situations and a factor in the red zone. And that aspect of him being hurt and not being able to play is, I think Sean sees it as something like we have to have something else because the weapons ain't like wide receiver, tight end, like that obviously is not working. So how else can we, supplement the offense in those areas if Taysom's going to continue to be out for an extended period of time?
Right. And look, I mean, the fact of the matter is this is a run-first team. We're first in the NFL in rushing attempts. Not in rushing yards, but rushing attempts. Now,
that's
the
wild.
running game.
That is
the
wild.
Running game, how wild is that? Like the New Orleans Saints, Sean Payton, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like we've been running great. It's not just been bad, but it's just been kind of mediocre.
It's been closer. I would say.
Well, I mean, with the amount of times we run it, you would think it would be like much better.
Yes. That's a fair assessment. Yes.
So it's just one of those things where maybe Sean is saying, look, like, are we really going to improve in the passing game? Probably not, but maybe we can get better in the run game, which can help the pass game. I don't know.
I think we ask this a lot on the podcast and what's the vision. And I think we got a little bit of the answer to that question with this move. Because I think it signifies, and I think Sean maybe saw something, maybe the Seattle game was a awakening for him as like, and he even said it, man. He said it, was it yesterday, today, or whatever he had his presser, he said, he was disappointed in the wide receiver position, in that game. And for him to finally come out and admit and say that is telling. But I think if you go to that Seahawks game, AK had a great day as a receiver. And that's been sorely missing for the last couple of seasons. And we've talked about it ad nauseum. And I think maybe Sean has said, listen, maybe my solution to this question is bring back someone who knows the offense inside and out, like you alluded to. I can put Mark in running back, and then I can just put AK in the slot or just, move him all over the field, and he's going to be the answer to the receiver question.
Right.
I really think that plays a big factor into that move. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if Mark plays on Sunday.
It will, and I really don't see no reason he shouldn't. Now I'm not saying he's going to get 15, 20 rushes, but if he gets 10 to 12 snaps, maybe a pass or two, that wouldn't shock me at all. And he can catch the ball. He built himself into becoming a good pass catching wide receiver when he was with the Saints, and that made like the 1-2 punch of him and Kamara really dangerous because
you never knew. Like it wasn't a tell when he came in if it was going to be a run or a pass.
No, not especially like when he first got here, it was a tell.
Yes.
Like, everybody knew it was a run play. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, like 2017, 18, when they were just dangerous. Now I don't expect the attack to be as potent as it was then, but it should be. I think it should be improvement because the running game been a disappointment for the most part so far. Especially
Allen, shout out to the dude Allen on Twitter, kind of tweeted a couple of, last week, couple of weeks ago, like, man, Sean don't really got no one, keep his ass in check when calling plays, and Mark,
right,
love him, like, be the first one,
dumb shit, man.
First one to tell Sean, cut it out, nigga, just stop it. Stop it.
That
And
shit whack.
maybe that's been sorely missing, bro.
I'm telling you.
I think it just brings something to, and I know you can't evaluate this in wins and losses, but just what Mark brings to the locker room, bro.
Right.
Like his connection with AK, because not once when Mark was here did we see any of those highly could tell like body language signs from AK. Like you couldn't tell when Mark was here.
Oh, no, not at all. He was having fun.
Because when he left, then we could see it from time to time.
It just wasn't that, it's like when your good buddy at work leaves. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't want to be there, but it's just like, damn, this my dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, bro.
This my dog. I used to go to smoke break with him and, go chill out in the lunchroom with him.
Chop it up,
talk about the little things walking around,
Like, did you see the same dress she was wearing today?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And your boy Cam Jordan, that's your boy. That Mark, that's his number one dog right there. They got a podcast together.
They gonna podcast post game, bro.
They gonna
try to step on our toes with the rapid recap pod, bro.
So, like I said, it's all love, man. Like this, and it just goes back to like what I said about I'm looking at this season, man. I'm just enjoying it, man. I don't care. Bring Mark back, bring Brandon Cooks back, bring Willie Snead back. Just do it, bro. Like, who cares, man? Let's just go for
it. Speaking of the whole Cooks thing, so Cooks after the Mark trade was announced, just on Twitter, was like this is bullshit, bro. Like,
man, Cooks out here cursing, man. No Bible verse or nothing.
I heard Brandon Cooks being a straight heathen right now, but and it was crazy to me at how I'm not saying it was a large amount, but just some of the people I saw in your mentions of like was just saying like he wanted out, like blah blah blah, like he could stay there. And I was like, have you seen our wide receivers?
I mean, I am so behind that now. Like the closed mouth don't get fed. I'm like, that is so 2017. Like
17, bro. And I thought about it, and I was like, I was thinking about it earlier, and I said, it reminds me of if you have a bad breakup with a girl, or vice versa, and let's say they break up with you, right? And after the breakup, you just steaming. You never want to see him again. Fuck them. Like all this animosity. They was never that good anyway. And then let's say just, a year passes. You still single. Nothing really popping off. And out of the blue, maybe it's 10 p.m. You get the, hey, you up text? Like,
that hey big
like, you telling me, in dire straits, you're not going to entertain it?
You're sitting there looking at that phone, smiling like, yeah.
That Kermit meme when he's looking at the phone and then he just hug it.
No, the best ones are like 4 or 5 years later.
Yo, bro,
like it's
older.
Like the past is completely washed away. So now it's just like, what's up?
That's essentially what it is with Brandon Cooks, bro. Like,
right. It's like you still run that 4-3?
Shit.
What? Get over here. What?
You still remember where your locker room? I know you did the physical concussions, but you still
in that same locker,
Shit. I don't think anything's gonna happen at the wide receiver position. I really don't. Like I just know this team, bro. I just know them. No. I think that Mark Ingram trade is as probably as good as it's gonna get. And I don't see them making a move for wide receiver. Who knows? I might be surprised. And if they do make a move, I do think it's more likely to happen on Monday or Tuesday, which is the day before the trade deadline or the day of the date of the trade deadline if it does happen. But all that said, let's get into the game. Let's first start with the injury report. We already hit on the Taysom did not practice. Deontay Harris, hamstring, DNP. Dwayne Washington, DNP. You got Crawley clamps. Who else went on COVID reserve today? I'm missing someone. No one important.
What's his name? Oh, fuck. We wasn't important now.
Thank you. And everything is copacetic. So okay. Let me say this before we get it out. Before we go forward. Ryan and I on this podcast, anyone that has a nickname in Saints Twitter, and please know that all these nicknames we have for the players, sometimes they don't come from us. Sometimes they come from other people in Saints Twitter, and they just take off. So, perfect example was today. You tweeted, Ryan tweeted, you added him. You said if you go out and have a good game, you added Marcus Davenport. You said I will no longer call you two first.
Right.
That's simple. So, like for us, so right now I'm calling Adam Trapman #Finding Nemo. like Monday didn't help his case, bro. Monday did not help his case.
Did not help it at all.
So I just want people to know, listen to this episode, Miss Turner, if we call Peyton Turner #Who First, which I did not bestow that nickname upon him. That was Joey. Just throwing Joey.
That was the Saints Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and this is the Saints Twitter podcast. Just to explain, the things that happen on Saints Twitter leaks throughout this podcast because we represent that Saints Twitter culture.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's it.
And that's what we do on Saints Twitter.
So, when, Peyton Turner, he missed week 1, didn't play against Seahawks, got a DNP. When he get on the field and it's a calf injury, wish him a quick, healthy recovery. Once he's playing and he's making noise and he's disrupting shit, he will then be Peyton Turner. But until then, he's still going to be #Who First, bro.
#Who First.
That's it.
But look, like with Marcus Davenport,
Bro, do you know how close we were to giving him his name back after week 1?
Oh, bro, so close. And then this last game, he was dominant, man. He
played great, man.
He was outstanding, bro. So I just need this one, bro. Like Tom Brady, come on, this is it. I will retire it. I will retire the 2 first.
And it's okay. So let's start there, right? If we're talking about the Tampa Bay game, it's important to think about last year's games to a degree. Maybe not so much the first one, but the reason why the Saints were so successful against the Bucs in both games in the regular season, especially defensively, is the Saints at the time were one of the few teams, and it's honestly how they kind of beat Green Bay in week 1, if you really think about it, right? In which they don't have to bring extra pressures from the secondary or from the linebacker position, that the front 4 is so good and so dominant that DA can just rush 4, play too high shell, too high safeties, and then you're giving Marshawn and Evans. We know what Marshawn does against Evans 90% of the time. So then your safety are just helping out other matchups. And if Tom Brady doesn't have the answer to the question or could go somewhere with the ball quickly, the pressure gets to him. And that's how, honestly, if you just want to break down the story of the games in the regular season, that was it. That was it.
And I remember it perfectly. Like both regular season games, the pressure started immediately. Like it didn't build up over time. It was immediately. First game, I think it was Trey Hendrickson.
Thank you for bringing him up, bro, because that, to me, that's the key. Like, he's not here. In both games, Trigger Trey gave Donovan Smith that long dick, bro.
Business.
Both games.
And we don't, not only don't we have him, we don't have a player of his type. Well, we kind of do, but I won't mention him. But we don't have a player starting right now of that type. You know what I'm saying? That kind of, not tweener, but kind of, just kind of a speed rusher with that can play with power. We don't really have that.
Who are you talking about? Like, who's on the roster that I'm not?
I'm talking about Bond, bro.
I thought you were. I'm just making sure. Okay.
I'm not saying he's Trey Hendrickson. I'm just saying like that kind of style of player. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I could see him developing into that type of player.
Not here.
But moment back in here. Anyway, but right now we just have these big long tree trunks. And don't get me wrong. I remember Marcus Davenport. He had a good game against Tampa. Cam Jordan had pressures. Onyemata
had like a dominant game
dominant game, and we're gonna need that. Like internal pressure, not just edge pressure. Internal pressure will be of the immense importance, and nobody's doing it right now in the D line. Not really to a high level.
No, they
don't. So Onyemata coming back, which I don't know when. Like this week, we should find out. I thought we would find out something today.
No, like his suspension was lifted like Monday.
Okay.
He's back.
He's back. Okay. But he was still like, how much will he play? Will he pay? He always did play like 60% of snaps.
Right.
So, I guess it'll be something closer to like 40, maybe 40%. But bro, I hope he's been, hydrating and working out. Like, bro, we need you, bro. Big bro, come in here. You getting paid? You done had 6 weeks off, chilling.
This is what I need, bro. One of the players I hate the most in the NFL, and I don't really hate or dislike a lot of players. I really don't. I can't stand Ryan Jensen, bro. Can't stand him.
Really?
Can't. Every fucking Bucs game you watch, he's one of those players that is low-key dirty, but like never fucking gets caught for it.
No, you're right. I have noticed that.
Never fucking gets caught. It's always like the defense player getting like an unsportsmanlike, but he's the one who like.
And they like to say he's like, they like to say, oh, he's nasty. He's nasty.
Yeah. He just likes to straddle the line. Like, no, he's a low key dirty player, and I don't know if he played in the second game of last regular season. I just need to see Onyemata just destroy him on a couple of plays, bro. Can't stand him, man. And here's the thing. With the Tampa Bay offensive line, it's a good offensive line across the board. The only weak area that comes up from time to time is Donovan Smith. And that's where Two First is really going to like this. This is why you added him on Twitter, bro. Like, we need to see that matchup needs to be exploited if the Saints are going to have a chance to win.
Yeah, it really does. And look, man, you're not gonna win with the blitz, bro.
You can't, bro. You took exactly what you can't blitz talk. Like, he's seen it all, man. He's seen it all. And BA isn't the type of coordinator to do what like Belichick did when he played against Tom Brady this season. Belichick pretty much was throwing a different defense at Tom Brady every snap. Like, if you go back and watch that game, it was a different coverage scheme. And to its credit, like, Belichick had Brady, like, they was off in that game when he went back to New England. Like, he did not have a great game. But our defense isn't built like that. And it's not coached like that.
But, I will give DA some credit. Like this last game, when, after that big play to Marshawn, they started sliding a little help over to Marshawn a little bit, after that, which I like to see because, like, I don't give a fuck about, oh, he's on an island. Like, I don't give a shit about all that shit. Like, you're going against DK Metcalf. He's fucking 6'6", 280 pounds or whatever. Like, what the fuck? And he runs track. Like, slide some help over there from time to time. We don't need Marshawn on the island, all game. You know what I'm saying? And
it doesn't need to be a pissing contest.
It really doesn't. So, I mean, I feel like the same way, like, they really just going to have to pay attention. And look, this is a divisional game. So we know what they're going to do. Like, Tom Brady, like, I think he's third. The Bucs are third in the league and running out, like, of 11 personnel. So, like, with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, one running back.
You know, Gronk back. A huge thing, we spoke about injuries. He was on crutches. I don't know if he's going to. I mean, it would be hard to. I would think it would be hard to play if you're on crutches, but also it's the Saints. So who fucking knows?
Who knows? But I think he'll be out.
I think Antonio Brown will be out, and that will be huge.
It's huge, bro, because he was looking like old AB. Like, he was running them routes like, whew.
Yes.
So that him out, thank you. I'll take it.
Let's keep it when Tampa Bay's on offense. We were texting about this, right? So I didn't. Obviously, we did the live stream. Second half, Tom Brady was on the Manning cast. I don't know I didn't see it, but listening to the Around the NFL podcast, Greg Rosenthal brought up of how, like, Tom Brady was just talking about, like, him watching, like, Paulson Adebo, like, don't vaccinate, like, he, what, like, so me and you started texting.
When I heard that, it made 100% sense.
100%.
From Brady's perspective, because he already knows that Marshawn going to have a good lock on
yes,
on Evans.
Yes.
So he has to exploit Adebo. And look, I mean, Adebo has played phenomenal as a rookie. Mm-hmm. I mean, the most you can ask from a 3rd-round pick cornerback. The most. Right. But
at times he's looked better than some of the 1st-round cornerbacks. But
he's a rookie.
Yep.
And it's Tom Brady. Like,
yep.
So those little minute things that you do, maybe you turn your shoulder this way, or you when the receiver's coming out the breaks, you turn your hips. He looks at all that shit. All that shit. He's looking at psycho fucking path, just like Drew Brees.
Just like Drew.
Man, that's what they do, and he gonna whoop your fucking ass if you're not fundamentally sound on every snap. And all it takes is like 2 snaps. Like, it doesn't take. All it takes is for 2 snaps for him to be off just a little bit.
I really think
he's coming at him, bro.
He's coming at him. I think this really got to be a game where you got to lean on some Bradley Roby, bro. I do.
So do you put Roby outside with Lattimore, and then when they're in 3 receivers?
That's where the conundrum is, right? Because you don't want to take CD out the slot, but I think this is also be a game where CD's going to see a lot of Gronk. Like, if I'm coaching the defense, like, that's who I want on Gronk. I don't want Malcolm Jenkins on Gronk. Right. I want it to be CD. Bradley Roby has played, outside. He's played inside. I think if this is me, because I don't know, man. I just think you got him you gave up a 3rd to get Bradley Roby. This is the exact type of game that
I fully believe he's going to play the most snaps he's played up until now.
100%. We're just going to need it.
We haven't faced a team that lines up how they line up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not even the Packers line up how Tampa Bay does.
Right. They're putting 3 receivers out there every time, bro. And a pass catcher tight end in Gronk.
They got Gronk. So it's just that's the thing. Gronk, OJ Howard, Cameron Brate, who seemed like an afterthought, but it's still a good tight end. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Like I said, luckily AB will be out. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And let's not forget, like, this has been Saints fans, LSU. This has been Leonard Fournette's best season since he was in Jacksonville, like his first 2 seasons in Jacksonville.
He's been running great, catching the ball. He's at home, bro. He looks great. I mean, he just looks like a good player.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be the, Todd Gurley, of his time or whatever. Like, but he's a good, solid all-around starting running back, 3 downs. And he's a load, bro. Like he's a load to tackle, a load to handle. We've handled him. They've done a good job with him in the past. But look, man, it's playoff Lenny, bro. Playoff Lenny.
Man, when he beat fucking Alex Anzalone on a choice route.
On a choice route, bro. Sick, bro. There was doing Anzalone right there, man. Bye.
right there, bro. Anything else you want to talk about when Tampa Bay has the ball on offense?
No, that's it, man. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to that front four. The game is on them. And look, Dennis Allen told him that when we beat them 20, whatever it was when they scored 3 points. Dennis Allen told him front four that, like, this game is on y'all, man.
Yeah, that was one in Tampa.
Y'all control this game. And it's just a fact. That's how you beat Tom Brady. It's such a trope. It's boring. It's not high level analysis. But it just is what it is. He's not a mobile quarterback. He's seen it all. He's a robot back there. He's not even a robot. He's a high level AI. He's been
throwing the ball great this season.
That's what kills me, bro. Like, did you see the go route he threw to Mike Evans last year?
Yes. Yep.
I mean, he looked 25 years old with that throw, bro.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, he just dropped it in the bucket. Like, literally, Mike Evans just had to put his left arm out and just boop, drop right there. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck you doing, bro. I don't know.
And he wanted to go play with us, bro.
Shut the fuck up. I don't believe that shit, man.
Anyway, let's flip it around. I'll say this about the defense. They are going to be ready.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. I don't have as much concern about the defense as you would expect me to have. Because even if you go back to that playoff game, until Drew was throwing interceptions and the defense played well against them, even in the playoffs.
No, man. It got to the point last year where they just had the media had like a built-in excuse. Well, it's just a bad matchup for Brady. Saints defense is just a bad matchup. Like, it's like, what do you mean? Like, what does that mean? It's just a built-in excuse, though. Like, it's a Saints defense. Like, no, motherfucker, like, they dominated that shit. Like, so I think it's just, I think hopefully that, that trope sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see them sleep. They're not, I mean, it's Tom Brady, bro. They
are going to be probably as amped as they have been since week 1. I really think so.
Playing at home, I know home turf hadn't really meant much lately.
I know it's going to be. Even when I was watching that Giants game, like it wasn't coming through the screen to me, right? Like there are some times when you're watching a Saints game and you're watching it from home and they're playing at the Superdome and you could feel the stadium.
Oh yeah, I know.
Feel it.
I know.
And that Giants game, like I didn't feel it. I don't know what it was.
It's the Giants. It was 12 o'clock.
I get it, but this shit right here.
When do we play? It's not a night game. It's what 3:40.
It's like the late afternoon game.
Late afternoon. They're gonna be
1:25 or whatever, or that's 1:25 my time. It's like
3:40, 3:25 my time.
Yeah,
they're gonna be tuned up, bro. They're gonna be drunk.
3:30. Halloween.
They're gonna be turned up, bro.
It's gonna be fun. But speaking of spooky, this is the concern for me about this game, bro. Not so much concerned about the defense. We got talk about the offense. The Jameis going against the Bucs defense. I will say the Bucs defense at times have definitely not looked as dominant as they did in spurts last season.
No.
That said, with the offense, what we've seen, here's the thing, right? We talked about how the Saints have ran the most in the NFL in terms of attempts. Can't run against this defense, bro. Can't do it.
Speak on it, bro.
Can't do it, man.
How are they going to approach this? I'm really.
I've been thinking about it before we recorded this episode because I was like, we run the most in the NFL, and this is the most elite run defense. So do you just go say, fuck it, balls to the wall? Of course, this is the game where Tampa Bay gets a shit ton of defensive backs back for. But you just say, hey, Jameis, take us home. Because it's even hard. Like, even if we go back to the beginning of this podcast when I said, like, hey, you can put Mark Ingram in the running back, let AK go out in the slot. God damn it, like Levante David, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how they're going to move the ball, Ryan. I don't
know, man. Like, just from what I've seen with this offense. I mean, if you look at the at Tampa Bay game last year, that was like Drew Brees' best game of the year, man. One of them. One of his few.
Drew was dialed in, bro. And like, at least even with that offense, even though Mike Thomas wasn't playing in the second game, you at least had Emmanuel Sanders.
Right. Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders.
You had Finding Nemo's best game of his career was that game.
Yeah, you had Jared Cook. I know he had a nasty fumble in that game, but he also made some plays.
Oh yeah, he did have a nasty fumble that game. Yeah, he did. So I think the way you attack this Tampa Bay defense, and it'd be interesting to see how Todd Bowles is going to try to attack.
He's gonna bring that heat.
Yeah, he is. I think
he's gonna bring that heat.
I think you got to try to attack the middle of the field, and so to me, this has to be a game where Juwan Johnson and #Finding Nemo, they got to make plays, bro.
Especially Juwan Johnson, because Jameis wants to throw to him every time.
Yes,
and it's like I don't know if he gets. It's almost like Jameis doesn't trust his eyes in the middle of the field or something like that. I don't know. I can't figure out what's going on because he gets open a lot, bro. Like Juwan Johnson gets open. There was a couple of times this Seattle game they had open players and Jameis just didn't hit him. Like I don't know. He took it and run and made like a first down, so we didn't look. It was like, okay, that's a positive play, but still, there was like, okay, there's plays down the field. So I don't know, man. It's the quandary. Is it the chicken or the egg? Is it the pass catches or is it Jameis? My thing is, it's probably both.
A little both.
Yeah, it's just both. You know what I'm saying? The trash. We know what we are at our receiver position, but. With all that said, Sean Payton's scheme does present open options most of the time. At some point in the route, does present open options. You just got to hit him. You know what I'm saying? And he just has to get. He hadn't got up to that point yet. I think he's getting there, but it's just not there yet. Especially with the passes, because we don't have dogs at the pass catching position right now.
Nope.
It's gonna go up. That's going to go up and just get that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Snatch it out the air. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have him, bro.
When because Jameis, he's going to miss high sometimes. He's always missed high.
Yep.
He's going to miss high sometimes, but you need players. He's had players that went up and just slapped that thing and grabbed it.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
But, Callaway might do it. I think Warren might do it one time a day,
This also, to me, is a game where I don't know what secret sauce the Seahawks interior defensive line got into, but they put that work on the Saints interior. It was It was noticeable, man.
I don't know what the weakness is. I don't know if it's Reeves or McCoy was just trying to bounce back or whatever, but
it didn't look good.
It didn't look good. And Vita Vea, he is a load. That dude is a load, bro.
You got Andres Pete, probably maybe out for the season with the torn pec. Don't know. So then you got #Throck on Rock or Throck got me on Rock starting. You got an undrafted free agent starting at left guard. I wonder this too. I don't know if they put Throckmorton in at left guard just because it happened during the game, but I wonder if James Hurst will start at left guard instead of Pete, because he did play guard sometimes last season when Pete got hurt.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
But all that said, like, if Sean's game plan is not going to be to run at the Bucs defense, and I think he's a smart coach to know, he'll probably try from time to time just to keep him honest, but I think he's probably going to try to pass the ball around.
Right.
With tall bows just dialing up blitzes, like, they got to have their protections in order, bro.
No, I think you'll see a lot of passes, short passes that are meant to be runs. Well, that's what I would normally expect with Drew Brees. I just hadn't seen those type of throws.
Nah, man.
I just hadn't seen that type of pass game.
We only saw it in that 2-minute drill against the Seahawks. That was it.
Right. That was it. So it's really interesting. I really don't know how to handicap this game on offense.
I don't either.
Hope the defense keeps this thing within a Saints game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we like these games. They're 13-10. That's beautiful. That's a Saints game.
It is.
We don't want this thing. Because the thing about Tampa Bay, bro, like, one quarter they might bust out and score 21.
Yep.
It's like that. Like, they could do it. Even against our defense, but it could happen.
We don't have the arsenal to go blow to blow with these guys.
We don't
have the arsenal at wide receiver. I mean, this is not a shot towards Jameis, but like, he hasn't shown that he could do it too. Like, because if so, like, and this is a game where Deontay Harris being hurt and not being able to play is huge.
Huge, bro. Huge.
Even if you go back to that playoff game, bro, like, we were in that game so much because of his punt returns and him getting open against the Tampa Bay secondary.
Yeah, man, he was the X factor in that game. Then he got hurt.
He got hurt. And we're not laughing that he got hurt. It was just like an ironic thing, just like, it's a trend.
Right.
But to me, I still go back to what I said. It needs to be a tight end game. I don't know if Nick Bennett he's not off IR yet, so I don't know what's going on with that, but Finding Nemo, Juwan Johnson, like, those plays gotta be made. This is also gonna be another game because of Taysom being out.
Right.
We are just handicapped, bro. Like,
we saw it. We saw that in the red zone, man. Like, Taysom was missed in the red zone, bro.
Yes. Big time. And then we need to head up on it. This was announced, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day it was. Will Lutz, Big Nuts Lutz.
Yep.
Going for the season.
I do wonder if they waited to see how Brian Johnson did before they decided to rush Lutz back. I do wonder, because that's just weird how that transpired.
It was very, very weird, bro. Very weird.
They saw him make those 2 kicks in the extra point. It was like, okay, we good, Lutz.
I mean, I know it was like not in the greatest conditions, but those kicks were relatively pretty easy.
Easy, man, but we hadn't even had that. Like,
That's true. I do, bro. I was all during that game. I was waiting for Sean to like send Brian Johnson out there to like kick like a 45-yarder, just like we talked about on the pod, bro.
I'm just saying, keep it easy, man. 45 and under. Like, let's just keep it there. Other than that, we just punt. Like, you got to punt at the punt. Like, just punt or go for it or whatever. But we don't need that.
This is also going to be 100% another game where Kevin White's going to be active and called up.
Oh, God. I just wish he'd do something so I could just stop hearing about it, bro. Like, go away. Just do something. Catch the ball. And can we throw him like a 15-yard out route or something? Like,
bro. Bombs away only, bro.
Bombs away only. Like, you're giving him the most low percentage passes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
you catch the ball,
bro. That shit hit him right in the hands, though, bro. Like, come on.
Man, he's not catching it, man. Like, what more do you have to see?
I'll ask you this: how confident are you that the Saints can can come out with a win? Like, give me a percentage.
Ooh. I mean, I say there's like about for me, I just feel like there's a 60% chance they win this game.
Oh, that's high, bro.
I know it's high, bro, but it's like I think they're gonna win. I really do think.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do.
Like this,
and it's not, and it goes against like my football intelligence.
Oh, that's like your fan heart coming out, bro.
It's my fan heart, just kind of knowing, and maybe it's a little carryover from the Drew Brees years, but just kind of knowing how the Saints, they come out for these games, bro.
They do,
and maybe that's just not there anymore. Like maybe that's just not something that's there anymore, And
they do though. To your point, that you are 100% right. They 100% come out for these games, like this. So. Both Tampa Bay games, the game against the Bills, the game against the Cowboys, we're whether they win or lose, we're likely to see the best version of the Saints this season in those games.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. Because I do think with Sean Payton, if that's one thing he can do in terms of motivating teams for like a big game, like that's it. Now, if they beat the Bucs on Sunday and then they play the Falcons next Sunday at home, I don't know, bro. But I do think they'll be ready for this game. But I said earlier, I don't think that they'll trade for a wide receiver or anything like that, and I do believe that. But just, do you know how much of a difference if they were to make a simple trade such as like giving the Broncos, I don't know, man, like a 4th rounder for like Tim Patrick? Do you know how that would just drastically improve things?
That'd be amazing, bro.
Like I'm not even like, fans are talking about like Allen Robinson from the Bears, Odell. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I've seen enough Odell. Like, I'm off the Odell train. Like,
I get it.
I'm good. But like, just getting Tim Patrick from the Broncos, like 4th rounder. I don't think it would cost you more than a 4th. I don't know. It's just, they got time, before Tuesday. Please fix it. Please. We're begging you. From the bottom of our hearts, please fix it. But special teams in this game, we didn't really touch on special teams. I mean, now that Deontay Harris is out, like the Saints' X factor in special teams has kind of quailed down greatly.
Yeah.
But that said, if they win on Sunday. I know the rapid recap pod that we do gonna be lit.
Lit, bro.
Anything else before we get out of here?
No, man. No, that's it, man. Like this is a game, bro. Like, as far as like the Saints want to have any kind of playoff hope.
I will say I am excited. I don't get excited for games very often anymore. Like after 2018, I'm excited about this game, bro.
I am, bro. Like, and I just want to beat these niggas, dog. Like, yes. I don't know. I can't.
I get it, bro. Like we've been texting. Like, we just fed up with Tampa Bay, bro. We fed up with them. Fed up
with them, man. Shit just working out. It's too perfect, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, shut them down. I can't stand Bucs fans. Bucs fans are terrible because it's like there's no humility. Like, bro, like they're just weird. They're weird. Like what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all at the bottom of this division for so long. Like, stop acting like y'all just dynasty now. Like, calm down. Like, I don't know. But they're fans. They can act like I didn't want to act. I don't know.
Right, but I get it, bro. I get it.
Yeah, it's just, it's Tom Brady. And look, I probably respect Tom Brady more than most because I think he's won so fucking much that everybody's tired of him. I get it.
I get it, man.
But look, I respect the game, man. Like, the dude, the GOAT, man. It is what it is, I just want to beat him, bro. I just want to beat him.
It's such a satisfying feeling. Like, those two, like, that win against Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay last season.
That was fun, man. That was
even for us, and but like that game was just football porn, just like, and they were like, he's doing this stuff. She just kept going, bro. Like, it
wasn't stressed. Like, it wasn't stressed at all.
At all, bro. Such a beautiful night. I'm not expecting that on Sunday.
No.
But I will say, they come out, they find a way to beat Tampa Bay, go to 5-2. I'm not going to talk about like respect or whatever in the league or shit like that, but this is their game to make a statement. Because
absolutely.
Week 1, everyone was like, Aaron Rodgers, blah, blah, and then what happens? They won 5 in a row, right? This is the game for them to make a statement of like, we're here. We're, while we might not go on a deep playoff run, I can guarantee you, if we make it to the playoffs, there is not one team in the NFL that will be thrilled to face us in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's a huge test. I'm interested to see the outcome of this game because we hadn't played a great quarterback since week 1. And right. I know, people give, Green Bay a pass. Oh, it was week 1. It was hot, blah, blah, blah.
They put it to him, bro.
Maybe that's true. Like, I don't even know. Like, I want to find out. I want to find out if that's true. I want to see if this team can really bring that load against an elite quarterback and elite passing game, which is something we just had not seen yet. We hadn't seen it yet this season. So
I am glad to know that more than likely, I don't think DA's just going to really change his game plan from last season. I think he's going to stick to it, which is good because and I say that to mean like they're going to play fucking man-to-man defense.
Mm-hmm.
I got Evans, you got Godwin, CD or whoever has Gronk, and we're gonna let whoever wins. Whoever wins. They get open. They don't. And that's just what this defense is predicated on. And I just want to see it because it really is kind of just matchup wise, it's just like football porn, like all over the field, right? Like
absolutely.
And that's a scheme.
You can't scheme this game up. You can't scheme.
You can't, bro. It's not a scheme game. It's like what players are better, and that's what makes this game so fascinating and interesting. But we see what's going to happen. So we will 100%. We got to figure out because this is going to be like so. It's a 1:30 game for me, which means it'll probably be over like around like 5, a little earlier than that. I'm just thinking out loud of when we can record the fucking show.
It's gonna take some maneuvering because I'll probably be in New Orleans, bro. I'm gonna be out.
Well, yeah,
that night, man. You know what I'm
saying? But I have my daughter this weekend, so I gotta take her trick or treating. Like, so it may be one of those like episodes where Ryan might be like on the phone and I'm recording, and it's short and sweet. And then it gets out, but we'll figure it out.
We'll get it done. Even if I'm on a road back to Mobile recording, we're going to get it done, bro.
We'll figure it out. That said, enjoy the rest of the week. If some breaking fucking news happens, of course, we'll have to do an emergency podcast, and we'll get on top of that, do the emergency pod. But enjoy this game. And if you're going to the game, be fucking loud. Be loud, be drunk, be obnoxious towards Buck fans, not rude, but obnoxious, and let them know that we're fucking there and we're going to be there all fucking game. That's all. Just let them know.
I love it. I love that with, the Saints fans. Think about it. We lost Drew Brees and we're second in the division right now.
Come on, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got Jameis with us. It's just like, just kind of enjoy this shit, man. Like we could be like so annoying to so many teams right now, bro.
That says I know we take a lot of shots at him and shit on him sometimes, but it says a lot about Sean Payton, bro.
Bro, I'm saying, man.
It says, bro, like that Seahawks game came on and they showed his win to loss record since becoming the same head coach.
I saw that too. I was like, damn.
I was like, God damn.
140
to like into like blew me away, Ryan. Blew me away.
That's a lot of wins. That's a lot of winning football.
Keep in mind, like he didn't coach a season.
Right.
So
it's a lot of winning football, man.
It is, man. It's funny. We both like it. Both caught our eye. But anyway, enjoy it. Have a good Halloween. Have a safe Halloween. Enjoy the game. If you're going to the game, be loud. We'll have the rapid recap episode posted Sunday night, some type of way. We'll figure it out. It will be done. And as always, thanks for all our listeners, our supporters. And if for whatever reason, if you're listening and you don't like us, thank you too, because you're still listening. And with that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today. O'Reilly Auto Parts.